What's up, guys? We are on our way to Koreatown actually today. I thought it'd be pretty fun. We're doing a podcast with our friend Lauren, and it's like a fashion podcast. We're going to talk about kind of getting started with, I guess, being a clothing designer and all the ups and downs that come with that. So it'll be pretty cool to be able to share that with people. And then I thought before we got out there, it'd actually be kind of cool to finally show Sven and KJ. Kara's already seen it. Every time we drive through Koreatown, she's like, "You've already told me this story like 100 times." We're gonna go through Koreatown, and actually, I wanted to get some cool footage of where I first lived when I moved out to LA. So we're on the 10 now. Believe it or not, there's no traffic. This is where we're gonna do the podcast thing. But for now, we're gonna go get food, and Kara needs coffee. So, coffee first, apparently. That's where I used to go get swole back in the day. A little 24-hour fitness. Actually, skateboard on the street over here.
My favorite lady.
Is she letting new uses? The Docs Factory.
Come in here and run the store in a week at least.
He just wants to lay down.
Can we believe it?
Okay, here we go. Now the KJ carrier.
Where is he? Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I thought it'd be cool to do a quick video out here in Koreatown. This is where I lived when I first moved out to LA back in 2005, 2006. So it'd actually been over 10 years. It's pretty crazy. Before I even moved out here, my friend from high school was like, "You need to come out to LA, it's so amazing." And I remember telling him, "Snoop Dogg says people get shot in LA, and I don't want to get shot, so I don't think I want to go out there." And he was like, "You'll be okay, nobody's gonna get shot, you'll be fine." So we ended up coming out here for the weekend, and the first place he took me was actually Malibu. We drove down the PCH, and I still remember there was this purple Lamborghini Murcielago parked on the side of the road, the PCH. It's mind-blowing, and that's what motivated me to stay. When we first decided where we wanted to live, we were just limited by, obviously, what we could get at the least expensive possible. So Koreatown ended up being it. At the time, we had a studio. I'm gonna walk by it actually in just a second here. So we shared this studio. It was $1,000 a month. It was him, myself, Kirby, as well as mice, cockroaches, and ants. So that was pretty nice. It was actually one of the only rooms that was carpeted yet in the entire building, and you could see mice actually like having little races underneath the carpet. Oh man. Unfortunately, it wasn't like Stuart Little races where it wasn't really cool. Little mice either, but I don't know, I loved it out here. I thought it was, I was just so blown away that I was actually living in LA at the time, and I feel like that was just this like crazy motivation to just make something happen. When I first moved out here, I had started this company called Paper Apartment, and the idea behind it that it is. Can you say hi? All right. So I had this like idea for, it was called Paper Apartment, and the concept was this temporary wallpaper for your apartment. I thought it was like the best idea ever, and I remember at the time what we were doing was just like, we were packing up rolls of construction paper and like little 3M adhesive strips and put them in boxes with like these little wooden dowels and little paint markers, and that was it. There was 2 beds next to each other, a couch, and then all these rolls of paper and boxes and all this stuff. And I had no clue what I was doing, but I just knew I wanted to do something big. This Koreatown was actually a pretty awesome area for me because it ended up being close to Beverly Hills, which was where I had my very first job. I actually wore a little, I shouldn't say little, it was actually oversized pinstripe suit to my interview. I looked like a used car salesman. It was pretty crazy. Nothing against used car salesmen, but you know what I'm talking about. This brown building was being built when I lived here. There's street parking only. All right, here you go. When I first moved to LA, I lived in this building, or this one right here, those windows. And I remember I looked out right here in the street and there was people shooting at each other. One guy was behind a taco truck. The other guy was behind a dumpster. I actually thought it was just a nail gun being used like to build this thing. That wasn't the case. But yeah, that's it right there. Right off James Woods. This is a cool Korean grocery store. The thing is, even though this area was fairly dangerous, I guess, because there were some shootings or whatever, like, people here were always so nice to me. And especially with it being kind of my first taste of LA, I feel like it was, I don't know, I was just like kind of that wide-eyed bushy tail thing, right? Where you're just so excited to be here. I still have like such a soft spot for Koreatown. I love it out here. One of the things that you have to be careful with when you move to a big city is maintaining your own identity. It's so easy to get caught up in appearances, right? Or to get caught up in like, oh man, I only drive like a beat up piece of junk Honda Accord. And that is honestly how I felt when I moved out here. I posted a picture a while back on Instagram. It was of this blue Lamborghini. And I was just telling Kara, when I drove down to this car show in Orange County, it was actually in the Honda Accord I had when I first moved out here to this spot in Koreatown. And that was the car I got laughed out of the car show at by all the car photographers, because apparently I went out the exit that was only for the nice cars, and they told me to get my piece of junk Accord out of there. But I think so many times that we're so concerned about like what other people think, so we'll buy things based off of our hopes of how other people will perceive us versus is it something that we actually appreciate ourselves. If you ever are getting caught buying things because you care about what other people think, then you're just doing it wrong to begin with. You can never keep up with that kind of thing. You never keep up with appearances when it comes to that kind of thing. When I had a lot, when I had nothing, it didn't really make a difference. I still wanted to be the exact same person. I wanted to have the same kind of character. And I wanted to make something happen, but do it on my own merits. And I think that's how revolutions happen, right? They happen when people aren't so into what other people think, and they care about doing what they know is right. Oh, dang. I see a super hot mom over there. What looks to be a future Hall of Fame in multiple sports child. Okay, let's go.
Yes, tell your friends not to. I'm just kidding.
No, but we want more reviews.
All right, we're on our way home now. Shoot. Podcast went awesome. And the parking on this. Okay. Since we're in Koreatown, look at this. Boba story. That's right. There also is a Mr. Boba across the street. Apparently there's a boba war going on.